Hello guys, my name is Behroz. I'm a finance executive by profession and welcome to my channel, which is actually my passion where I coach and teach on financial and career success. Now in this video, I will talk about how you can go about retiring or achieving financial freedom by the time you reach your 40s. So how can you manage that and how you can do that? I will talk about all that. We'll share with you some tips and tricks. However, before going into the details of what are the ways with which you can become financially free early, I have two requests for you. One, press the like button as this keeps me motivated. Second, press the subscribe button along with the bell icon. Both of these actions will go a long way in motivating me and helping me produce better quality content and more content on this channel. Now talking about financial freedom, note that I continue to use the phrase financial freedom as against retirement, because retirement for me has a connotation that you are like in your 60s, you're old and you don't work at all. However, financial freedom is completely different. Financial freedom means that you don't need to be in your 60s, rather you can be financially free early, and you don't need to be in a stage where you don't work at all. Rather you would be working, but now it is your choice. As against working for money, you won't be working for money anymore because your money is taken care of. Now you would be working for fun, for satisfaction, for enjoyment. That is, you choose to do what you want to do, when you want to do, with whoever you want to do. It is your choice. As against money driving the choice, you make the choice. That is what financial freedom is. Now, number one rule is for you to do goal setting. That is for you to know exactly how long will it take for you to achieve financial freedom, which means how much money do you need to save and how long will it take for you to save that money, which will make you financially free. Essentially, the idea is that when you reach financial freedom, your investment should generate enough return for it to pay off for the expenses. So the returns will pay off for your monthly or annual expenses. You should have enough money. And then you determine how long will it take for you to reach that particular goal where you will have enough money saved and invested so that money can earn money on itself and pay for your expenses. And hence you don't need to bother or worry about working for money. Rather, the money is taking care for itself. It's generating the return and paying for your expenses. All you need to do is just focus on doing something that you enjoy and have fun with it. So if you have not done any goal setting yet, I highly recommend that you sit down and prepare a goal for yourself. I made a separate video on this where I talk about the 4% rule, which is kind of the rule that is universally accepted and used in order to determine how much money do you need for you to become financially free. You can check out that video. I will leave the link here and also in the description of this video. Now the second rule is that from day one, make sure that you are saving 20% of your income. If you're earning $100, don't assume that you're earning 100. Assume you're earning 80. Forget about the 20. It should just go into savings plus get invested. That's it. With the saving, what you're doing is that you are buying your future. You're buying time for yourself in the future, which will make you financially free. It is this saving which will eventually be invested and generate more money and help you get financially free. So the more you save, the better. Which brings me to another point with regards to saving, which is that every time you get a major increment, and when I say a major increment, I don't mean a 2-3% increment that you get annually, rather an increment when you get, for instance, when you're getting promoted or you're changing jobs, like a 10, 15, 20% increment. Whenever you get that increment, do not inflate your lifestyle. So for instance, if it's a 2-3% increment, in that case, you have to take that increment in and use it because of inflation. So things are getting expensive and you have to pay for them. However, when you get a major increment, or let's say if it's a bonus which you were not expecting, then don't inflate your lifestyle. You were good with living the kind of lifestyle you had. Let's say the size of the home, the type of car you have. Suddenly you get a big bonus or you get a big increment, you don't need to go about buying a new car because you were already satisfied, already happy living the life you were living. Don't go about inflating your life. Now, I don't mean to kill yourself. I do want you to enjoy some money as well. So maybe whatever increment you get, you enjoy part of it, like 2, 3, 4% of that increment, you invest back into inflating your lifestyle a little bit, but most of it should go into saving. The idea here is that you start with 20% saving and then keep growing it. It should go 1% almost every year. So the first year you start your career, you have 20% of your income saved. The next year it should be 21, 22, 23, 24, and so on, so forth. So let's say by the time you reach age 30, if you started working at age 20, you should be saving 30% of your income. By the time you reach age 40, you should be saving 40% of your income. If you do that, my friend, trust me, It will be very easy on you because you won't even notice, because you are increasing the size of the saving one notch every time, every year. So it won't be majorly noticeable. Also, you are increasing this because you are getting those big increments, and hence you are using those increments to get or increase your saving. It's not like you're killing yourself. So you're making sure that whatever bonus, one-time benefits or increments you get, you are increasing the size of your saving pocket from that money, as against trying to squeeze your lifestyle. All you need to do is not inflate your lifestyle. If you continue doing this, you will be able to reach financial freedom in no time. Number 3 is income. Income is your most powerful tool to become financially free. So make sure that you always look for avenues or ways to increase your income. If you have a 9-to-5 job, then look for ways how you can get promoted and go to higher levels where you can expand your income. If it is not possible in your current company because your career has kind of stalled, then change the organization, change the company. I usually recommend people that they need to stick around at least 3 to 4 years to get promoted within the organization they're working. And if within 3 years they don't see a promotion coming in, then make a switch. People make more money by switching jobs than by staying in the same company. Now, I don't want you to just keep moving companies every 2 years. Wait, if you can get promotion in your current company, that is best, because you already have equity established in your current company. All you need to do is just take a different role, a higher position, and just earn more money. It is more tough to change companies. However, if you're left with no other option, it's been like 3 to 4 years and you don't see any major promotion coming your way, then jump the company. And keep jumping every 3 to 4 years if you cannot find the growth in the companies that you are in. It is perfectly fine. What is important for you is not the title, not the company, but to make more money. Because at the end of the day, you will be able to reach your financial freedom early and then choose to do whatever you want, whatever you enjoy, whatever you love, as against being stuck to a company just because you want to show loyalty. You don't need to be loyal to any company. In any case, all of these companies, when they have to let go of you, there will be a 2-week notice, and that is it. So you don't have to be loyal to them. You have to be ethical to them, moral to them. And if you get a better opportunity, tell your manager that there is a better opportunity, if they can increase or bump your income accordingly. And if not, then my friend, it's time for you to make the move. Now, second piece around income is having a side income coming in, having a passive income coming in. For that, what you need to do is you need to start working on something on the side in a very small capacity that you can manage with your 9-to-5 life. Here's my example. What I do is I make YouTube videos, which I put on YouTube, and I earn money through YouTube, which has also allowed me to make money through affiliate income, and then has allowed me to make money through coaching as well. All of this happened in very small increments. I started with making 1 video and 2 videos and 3 videos and 4 videos and so on and so forth. And then when videos started doing well, I started getting some coaching sessions as well. I started charging for that, and then I started getting some affiliate income and all that. So whatever you like, whatever you love to do. For instance, in my case, it was teaching, and I knew personal finance, I know career development, so I started teaching about that. Whatever you think you're good at, maybe you can start teaching as well, or start doing something on the side that you enjoy. That way you would be working on something that you enjoy, you have passion for. So it's not like you do it for a month or 2 and then you feel demotivated, because I really enjoy doing what I'm doing, and hence I'm motivated every time I'm filming a video, every time I'm having a coaching session. So do something that you really enjoy, nurture it, keep it small, and keep adding to it small bit by bit as you go along. You don't need to retire, or you don't need to move into that side hustle like tomorrow, in a year's time, and 2 years time. Maybe it takes you 5 years, 10 years. It is fine. If you start your career at age 20 and have a side income along with it, and it takes you 10 years to build that side income, it is perfectly fine for you to eventually reach age 30 and say, maybe now it's a good time for me to jump into my side hustle. And even if it takes longer than that, maybe 10, 15, 20 years, even that is fine. You will be able to reach financial freedom before you hit your 40s if you can start nurturing something on the side early on. Talking about early on, what you need to also remember is that while there is a benefit of compounding, which is investing, and when you invest, you earn returns, and then you can reinvest the returns that you earn, and then those returns earn a return on itself, and so on and so forth. That's how you kind of explode or grow your wealth and compound your wealth. However, there is a big or important element in compounding, which is power of time. The earlier you start, the more benefit you have. For instance, let's take Warren Buffett as an example. His annual returns are somewhere around 22%. There are people who have better annual returns than him. However, he's the most richest guy in the world. The reason is because the others who have better returns than him have not had the amount of time he has spent in investing. He started investing when he was age 11. If you're someone who starts investing at such an early age, you get benefit from power of time. Now, I've made a separate video on power of compounding and power of time in compounding. Please do check it out. I will leave the link here in the description of this video. But essentially, what I mean to explain here is that the earlier you start, the more returns you will make eventually. Rather, if you start early, you don't have to save a lot of money. You can still reach the end goal with little amount of contribution and saving. As against that, if you start later, then you have to save a bigger chunk of money, invest a bigger chunk of money for you to reach the same goal that you could have reached by investing a smaller amount but investing it earlier. Because when you invest a smaller amount but invest it earlier, then it compounds and grows and it has benefit of time. When you invest later, then you don't have benefit of time, and in that case you have to invest or save bigger amount of money. So if you want to live with saving less, start early so you can save for a longer period of time and still be able to achieve your financial goals. Next tip is to make sure that you don't go about timing the market. It is not about timing the market, it is about time in the market. So don't kind of time the market in terms of when should I buy, when should I sell. Most of the people lose money because of that. Rather, S&P 500 has been performing somewhere around 8 to 12% historically. However, anyone who has invested solely in S&P 500 still makes lower returns than that. Returns are actually lower by half of what S&P 500 pays, and the only reason is because they are constantly buying and selling. When the market is going up, they buy, which is the wrong time to buy, but they feel that the market is going up and they have to buy. And when the market is going down, they're scared, and that's when they sell. That's the time actually to buy. So every time you're buying and selling, going in and out of the market, you lose that benefit of the market growing and market compounding. So always make sure that you apply the dollar cost average. What does dollar cost average do is that you buy daily or you buy on a regular frequency. So there are times when you buy low, there are times when you buy high, but on average basis, you continue to go up. Just as S&P 500 has been performing around 8 to 12% historically, if you invest in S&P 500 index, every day you will be able to deliver 8 to 12% returns. However, if you are doing in and out, then your returns will be lower than what S&P 500 has produced. And yes, you will lag in your returns. Now, the final tip is around the point that I made in the previous tip, which is to buy an index fund. Don't go about buying single stocks. I have a day job, I have hobbies, I have family, and I have other good things to do throughout the day. I don't have time to pick a single stock. For you to pick a single stock, you should be knowing everything about that company, their annual reports, their marketing plans, their past plans, their future plans, their organization goals, their organizational makeup, everything that you can know, you should be knowing. And people who do know all of this, like people like Warren Buffett and Ray Dalio, who invest in companies where they know everything about the companies, even then they make mistakes. So let alone you who has other stuff to do, just like me. I'm an average investor and I have many other things to do, but to become a full-time investor. I don't want to become a full-time investor. If that is not something that you want to do, then stay away from picking single stocks. Just buy the haystack instead of finding the needle in the haystack. Just buy the entire haystack. And how do you do that? You buy an index fund or an ETF. I've made a separate video explaining what are index funds and ETFs and what are the benefits of doing that. But essentially what you're doing is you're not picking one stock, rather you're picking a cluster of stocks. So if one stock goes down, still there are other stocks which are performing well. And if the other stocks are performing well, you will continue to grow and your index will continue to improve. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully after watching this video, you will also agree with me that reaching financial freedom by your 40s is very much possible. I have applied these principles for myself and they have worked wonders for me. And if you apply them to yourself as well, they will also do wonders for you.